Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Baby, let's go up to them heavyweights. You know? Heavyweights. And we're going to talk about, Lennox Lewis. One of the greatest of all time. Come from an awesome era. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Vander Holyfield, and the likes. Awesome. And he was the best in that era right there. You know what I'm saying? I got him as one of the best of all time. I would put him 2 against 3 against anybody. Right? Reason being is because he got enough size for this new generation heavyweight. You know what I mean? He got enough size for this new generation heavyweight. And he was agile enough and smart enough, had enough dog in him for anybody who had the nerve to fight him if they were smaller. Right? And beating Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield and everybody you ever face doesn't hurt that either. That's why I got him 2 against 3 against anybody. So when he talks, baby, I'm listening, and so should you. Right? Now, the thing about this is, sometimes, people try to diss even Lennox Lewis, which is, it's blasphemous. It's blasphemous because his era is a good era. The guys right now, let's just give you an example. When Deontay Wilder said he'd beat Mike Tyson, there was outrage. Tyson Fury came out and said, well, shoot, Mike Tyson beat me in 1 round. Right? That went down a little bit better. Right? So that age, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, these are all-time greats. And Lennox Lewis came out of that being the best in that era. He even fought the meaner Klitschko on his last fight. Right? Not motivated. And still won that fight. Good fight. Was behind on the cards, but won that fight. Right? So I'm just saying, this is Lennox Lewis we talk about. So when he chimes in on something, damn it, he chimes in on something. And he's chiming in on your boy, Anthony Joshua. And he says, again, right? So don't have me sing the Mad at Him song, right? Lennox Lewis chimes in, he says, listen, your boy, Anthony Joshua, is protected, and he don't want to fight Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. Or Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. He doesn't. And this is from what he's been seeing the whole time. He's been saying this the whole time back when the negotiations was there. He said it before the Wilder and Tyson Fury fight, and he's saying it again, right? This is the best England got to offer. So, there's nothing to say about the guy. Like, oh, he's jealous of Anthony Joshua. I don't know. He's respected, guys, all over the world. I don't know if he's jealous of a guy who's not wanting to fight other heavyweights, because this is something you could never say about Lennox Lewis. So, and some might say, well, he's working in the USA and he's just saying things over there in the USA. No, he was saying them when he was in Britain too, first of all. But other than that, if he worked for the USA, then he wouldn't have been outraged that Tyson Fury only got a draw against Deontay Wilder. He thought Tyson Fury won that fight going away and wasn't afraid to say it. So that's just telling you he's saying what he believes. Now, Anthony Joshua fans don't like hearing things like this. Doesn't matter how true it is and how many people are saying it. The Mad at Him song, I told you I could do a extended version. You're mad at him. You're mad at him. Lennox Lewis, mad at him. Mad at him. Tyson Fury, mad at him. I just put names in there and everybody said the same thing. Vander Holyfield, whoever. Fighters from right now, fighters from back in the day. Jarrell Miller right now. And he's just saying protected. Protected sounds a lot like cotton, doesn't it? When you want to wrap something and be protected, doesn't it sound like cotton? Well, that's what Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz says about Anthony Joshua. And he's been saying that since he was signed with Eddie Hearn, since he had to leave Eddie Hearn. He's wrapped in cotton. You can't do nothing about it. He's been saying that. Anthony Joshua hears this, but he won't say, hey, Louis the Real King Kong Ortiz, well, I'm going to punch you through this cotton glove I got. Right? It just won't happen. And so, if you're not really into Anthony Joshua unconditionally, these things are going to stand out to you. Right? Remind me of Trump guys. I always say it. Because, people go as far as you let them. Have you ever had somebody come to you, hey, Donald Trump crazy? I almost get upset when somebody says, Donald Trump crazy. Because it ain't Donald Trump. He going to go as far as you let him go. You know, business is supply and demand. The demand for something. You know what I'm saying? If it's demand for something, people, there's a demand. You know how it is. Hey, we need to get those wetbacks and not let them in this country. Damn right. I'm a Trump supporter. And we need to get a big old wall down there on the southern border. And while we at it, let's get a deporter. Get some of them niggers up out of here with no law and no order. That's what we talking about around these parts. Got a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them. Even to now. Right? Even to now. We just had our attorney, you know, what is Secretary of Defense just left. Everybody around him are criminals. And there's still people supporting him. Even though he's done everything. And why would they still be supporting a person that you've obviously seen as a criminal and not have America's interest at hand? Why would you still be doing that? It's because something else is blinding you. Something else. And then when it comes to Trump, I'm telling you, that's just simple racism. Extreme racism. That would make people follow this guy even into the abyss of ridiculousness. Right? He's done everything. Now, you know, like I told you about the black guys kneeling for the national anthem, and everybody was so patriotic all of a sudden because they were kneeling for the national anthem. They didn't think it was good. Well, a patriot wouldn't like things that are close to treason. Where our, you know, national secretary, national advisor, right? Security advisor, Mike Flynn. Security advisor, the highest dude. Security, doesn't that mean? But find out he's Turkish spy all the way up close to when he got the job. And then he tells Trump and everything. And Trump is also warned by the Obama administration, but we don't like to mention that because that'll make him defer. He warned them, and Michael Flynn told him, hey, I'm under investigation. And they hire him anyway for national security after knowing he's a spy for another country. And where are the patriots now? That would irk a patriot unless something else is blinding you, another ism that's stronger than patriotism. I'm going to make sure that's clear. Because it reminds me of Joshua fans. Like, you know, Trump is crazy. We crazy. At least over a third, still to today, are still behind this guy. Even though he's about to take America down, basically. Right? So, when it's the same thing with Joshua, you know, when Lennox Lewis, I think he's the equivalent of a 4-star general. Now, wouldn't you say? Right? And a 4-star general was telling you, no, you need to listen to me. Right? But you don't listen, so we fired the 4-star general. That's what's going to happen. That's what you guys are going to do. You guys are the ones that seem to sound like this. We're going to follow our guy down to the abyss. Now, that's what it's going to be. Right? That's what you guys are sounding like when you still buy into this. Anthony Joshua fans, you know, need to be a little bit different here. You can be fans of the guy, right? I am, in a way, just when it comes to this, right? Thing is you're going to have to let go. You know, we're going to have to let go and just make sure, hey, dude, we're going to be fans of you, but, you know, it's a few people you need to shut up, right? You know, shut up this Ortiz stuff going on, right? We've seen Deontay Wilder go from another sanctioned body to go get him in the WBA. When he was WBC, why don't you go get him on April 13th since you can't get Wilder and let Wilder and Fury handle their business? Force him to do things like that. Fight someone hard, all right? Fight someone where the odds are close, you know, and don't have these legends and fighters continue to call him afraid. And it's obvious. Now all of a sudden he's calling out Wilder. I've said in other videos when he knows Wilder has something else to do and not even offering Wilder what the Wilder knows he's going to be worth. What he's told you about through the other negotiations. It's all, you know, it's transparent now. And that's why Lennox Lewis is saying something again when he's asked. I'm sure Lennox Lewis is not, you know, hey, good morning, everyone. How you doing? I want to talk about Anthony Joshua. That's not what's happening. He's being asked and he's telling you the truth. But here's the thing. Are you going to continue to be blasphemous and talk negative about one of the greatest heavyweights ever, to support one right now who's on his way to doing great things? And, you know, your boy Lennox Lewis is just trying to put him on the right path. not really bad mouthing him. He's just telling him what it is, but he's trying to put him on the right path. You know, he's telling him, he's just, you know, hey, look, you're going to have to leave there and handle your business. But he says he won't. He's going to stay there and stay comfortable and fight in front of his home fans. If you want to do that, it's cool. But when we're talking worldwide, then it's going to be a problem going forward. So let's differ ourselves from Trump fans. Because, you know, that's a little bit of fanatic things going on there. And like I said, there's an ism there that's very strong. Right here, you just seem to be infatuated with your boy. But take that infatuation, throw it away for a second. Let it be replaced by, you know, being objective. Replace it with that. And see what you come up with. I think Lennox Lewis has a point here, right? And I just think that Joshua has to just say, okay, cool. It's a couple of guys I'm going to beat. I know I can still fight in Wembley Stadium and probably fill it with somebody or this or that. But if it's legacy that I'm trying to do, then I'm going to have to do it the right way, because I'm not going to get Deontay to fight me for pennies, right? It's not going to happen when my promoter is out there constantly saying it's even a bigger fight than Tyson Fury and Joshua. If he tells you it's a bigger fight than Tyson Fury and Joshua, even in England, then that's telling you that Deontay Wilder is worth something. You can't say it's going to be the biggest fight in English history and then say, but my dancing partner means nothing. That's why no one is listening anymore. So, in a nutshell, Lennox Lewis is royalty. So whatever he says, we should be listening. Period. Throwing Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm about to hear y'all.